Hi, in Tutorial 4 we will take a look at some of the editing and repair tools available in the expert interface of InStep Studio. Start by opening the example file for Tutorial 4, available on the website. Select the Monkey Tutorial 4 file. All example files are available on the Solvering website under the InStep help page together with the tutorials. Once the file finishes loading, the application will ask about whether to split the bodies. Click Yes. Rotate the view and inspect the bodies that have been imported. The file contains the main body and two eyes. Switch to the Edit tab. The Edit tab contains very basic editor capabilities and is not intended as a general-purpose polygon editor. Left-click on the eye to select a triangular facet. The flood option expands the selection until it hits the perimeter or is prevented from growing based on the set angle. With all the facets selected, click the Delete button to erase them. Note that the changes are only applied in memory. To make them permanent, click the Accept button. Select a facet on the other eye and click the Grow button to expand the selection by one step. The Grow option adds any facets that neighbor the current selection. Once all items have been selected, delete them. Use the Alt and E shortcut to turn edge visibility on. Press Alt and V to turn vertex visibility on. Before the changes are applied, the edges are still visible. After the changes have been applied, the edges are removed. Turn vertex visibility off. Press Alt and R to turn on the visibility of the rotate center. You can set the center of rotation anywhere by clicking with the middle mouse button on a surface. Now rotate the view so that you can see the interior. Switch to the View tab and look for the Lighting button. This brightens the facets so that interior surfaces are more visible. Turn the lighting back off. Return to the Edit tab. The Boundaries option shows where the surfaces end. Now switch to the Repair tab. Click the Issues button to check for problematic items and show them. The application has found 52 open edges around the perimeter of the eyes but no other issues. Select the Settings menu item. Select the Application Settings menu item. Look for the Repair group. Change the setting Always Compute Intersections to False. Close the settings. Values are automatically saved. Click the Issues button to toggle the items off. Click the Issues button again to turn them on. Notice how the intersections are no longer automatically computed. Clicking the checkbox performs the calculations. The message field will also show that the application is looking for errors. Now select the Fix Holes option from the tools. Selecting the tools switches the side menu to the corresponding options. Keep the method at its default and click the Preview button. The display shows what the data will look like using this option. Pick the Smoothed option under the Methods. Any of the options are suitable for this case, but sometimes one option is more appropriate than another. Here we will use the smooth option and apply the changes. Click the Issues button to turn the visibility off, and then back on. Click the Intersections button to also run this test. At this point, there are no more errors. Now we will use a different approach. Go back to the Import tab and click the Open button. Load the same file again. This time, when the application asks for splitting of the data, select No. As we can see, there is only one body present. Taking a look at the interior side, we can see that the two eyes are not correctly defined. Now switch to the Bodies tab and switch to the Split tool. Keep the default options and generate the preview. The preview shows us how the data will be represented, using different colors for different bodies. Click the Apply button to make the changes permanent or choose other options to experiment with. Select the main body and right-click anywhere to bring up the menu choices. Click the Delete All Others button. We will switch back to the Repair tab to solidify the body. Choose the Auto Fix tool. And with the default settings, click the Preview button. This has the same result as using the Smooth option for the Fix Holes tool, but also performs some other basic checks such as testing for surface orientation and duplicate features. Select Apply to make the changes permanent. Only after the changes have been applied would the export of the data consist of a solid body. This completes Tutorial 4. Please subscribe to this channel for other tutorials and thumb it up if you enjoyed it. Please also follow us on Twitter at InStep Dev.